Hi, and welcome to Jam-Packed Business Made Easy. My name is Jam Anderson, and I'm the CEO of Jam AI. And today, we're practicing exactly what we teach. You're about to listen to a podcast that's truly automated with our AI hosts, who are now our new friends. We also would like to invite you to listen to our podcasts that come out every Friday, where Flora is interviewing entrepreneurs just like you. We're exploring authentic challenges and discovering practical solutions together. Speaking of community, if you're looking for a community, you can find us on the School platform. Just search for the #1 community for entrepreneurs. All right, let's dive in.
Welcome back to the deep dive. Look, if you're following the news at all, you know the conversation around AI and jobs. It often boils down to one big fear, right?
Yeah, definitely. Will AI take my job? It's everywhere.
It is. And that fear, it's real, we get it, but we think it's maybe looking at it the wrong way. So we've spent the last few days really digging into some pretty serious research. We're talking recent stuff from McKinsey, MIT Sloan, BCG.
And specialists like 80,000 hours, too.
Exactly. And our aim here is to totally flip that script.
Right. So the goal today, it's not about, building defenses against AI. It's about putting together a proactive strategy. How can you actually advance your career with AI?
Okay.
Because the insight from all these authoritative sources, it's pretty clear. The people who really succeed in the next, say, 5 years, they'll be the ones seeing AI not as some threat to management.
But as a tool,
Yeah.
a strategic tool you can leverage.
Precisely.
Yeah.
That's the core idea.
So if you're listening, what we want to give you is a clear roadmap, sort of a 4-part plan. The aim is for you to leave this deep dive really understanding how to turn your current job into a leverage point.
Yeah, moving away from feeling like a potential victim.
And stepping into the role of architect, like you're building your own enhanced career.
It means getting the mindset right, knowing how to assess your job, what skills to really double down on, and crucially, some practical steps you can take, like today.
Okay, let's kick things off with that first part, the mindset, right? The fundamental shift. If we spend all our energy just, resisting this stuff, pushing back against integration, we're kind of losing already, aren't we?
We are. The first step, maybe the most important one, is seeing AI as a partner, a potential partner anyway.
Not human versus machine.
But human plus machine, that's the frame.
Okay.
And this idea, this partnership concept, it's actually so significant that McKinsey, in a 2025 report, they coined a new term for it.
Yeah.
Super agency.
Super agency. Okay. What does that mean exactly?
They define it as employees being empowered by AI tools to seriously boost their creativity, their productivity, their innovation.
So it's about humans operating at a whole different level. Speed, scale.
Exactly. Stuff that just wasn't possible before. AI expands what we can do.
I like that term super agency because it keeps the human at the center, right? It's not the machine doing the work.
Yeah.
It's the human achieving more because of the machine. It's like AI multiplies our capability rather than replacing it.
That's it perfectly. Think of AI as, industrial strength power tools.
Okay.
If you're a designer, maybe AI isn't doing your design job, but it lets you churn through, say, 1,000 prototypes
Wow.
in the time it used to take for 10. That's the essence of super agency. You still own the vision, the judgment.
The critical thinking.
Right. But the tool gives you this incredible horsepower for the execution part.
And that synergy, that mix of AI's power and human expertise, that seems to be where the real gains are, according to the research.
Oh, absolutely. MIT Sloan's work shows this again and again. When humans and AI team up, the results are almost always better than either one working in isolation.
Always.
Well, consistently superior, especially for tasks that need, judgment, creativity, nuance.
Things that aren't just black and white.
Exactly. It's like the difference between a super fast calculator and someone who understands the context of the numbers. AI can do the heavy lifting, processing data, maybe drafting initial versions, running simulations.
They're grown work sometimes.
Sort of. But the human brings the subtlety, the ethical considerations, the complex judgment you need to make the output actually work in the real world. For anything tricky, the collaborative model just wins out.
Okay, but realizing the super agency thing, it's not just on the individual, is it? What about the company?
That's a huge point. You can't really get there if your organization is stuck in old ways of thinking.
Like 20th century processes you mentioned.
Right. Companies have to actively build a culture that supports this. That means allowing for some risk.
This audio was created with podcastle.ai.
Build a culture that supports this. That means allowing for some risk-taking, providing ongoing training, celebrating when people figure out smart ways to use these tools together.
If management sees using AI as like cheating or cutting corners,
Then you kill the potential right there.
Yeah.
Super agency needs organizational change, not just personal adaptation. It's a two-way street.
that's a really crucial piece often missed in these discussions. Okay, so mindset first. Embrace partnership, aim for super agency. What's next? So let's say we adopted this more optimistic, empowering view. Super agency, now what? Logically, you need to figure out where to apply it, right? In your own job.
Exactly. Time for self-assessment.
Yeah.
And we pull out a really useful, pretty simple framework highlighted in the training journal in 2025. It helps you break down your actual work.
Not just the job title, but the tasks.
Precisely. We want you listening to think about the major tasks you do, say, this week, and evaluate each one against 3 categories. This gets you past that general nervousness.
And into specific, actionable insight about your own workload. Okay, what are the categories?
Okay, first one is replaceable. These are the tasks really prone to straightforward automation. Think predictable, repetitive.
Based on clear rules or structured data.
Exactly. Like for a financial analyst, maybe running the standard monthly variance report using the same old template.
Or for a project manager, perhaps scheduling those templated follow-up emails that always go out 3 days later.
Perfect examples.
Yeah.
Okay, second category, reshapable. Here, AI doesn't necessarily eliminate the task, but it changes how it's done, often streamlines it quite a bit.
So the human role changes, more oversight maybe.
Right. You shift maybe from doing the whole thing to refining AI's output or guiding the process.
So back to that financial analyst. Instead of just crunching the numbers for one forecast.
They might use an AI tool to quickly model, say, 10 different scenarios based on different assumptions.
And their job becomes picking the most relevant ones, interpreting the results.
Exactly. The task is still forecasting, but the effort moves up a level. It's about interpretation, strategy, not just data entry.
Got it. Which leads to the third category.
The third, and this is the really key one strategically, enhanceable. These are roles or tasks where you actively use AI to handle the more routine parts.
Which frees you up. It creates capacity.
Exactly. Capacity to focus on higher value, uniquely human activities. Leadership, deep creative work, complex strategy, stuff AI really struggles with.
So the goal for everyone listening is pretty clear then. Minimize time on the replaceable stuff.
Ruthlessly.
Use AI to streamline the reshapable tasks.
Make them faster, more efficient.
And then pour all that saved time and energy into the enhanceable activities. That's the leverage point.
That's the leverage. Think about a marketing pro. Maybe they use AI to generate first drafts for dozens of social media posts that's reshapable.
Okay.
That frees them up to spend most of their time developing a really innovative brand campaign strategy, something requiring deep creativity and market insight. That's enhanceable.
And if you don't make that shift, if you just keep doing the routine stuff,
Well, that's where the risk lies. The Learning Guild points this out without adapting. Those routine, easily automated tasks might get replaced. The vulnerability isn't usually the whole job title, it's in the specific tasks.
so identify the replaceable bits, shift away, enhance the rest. Okay, that makes sense. It's a proactive approach. Hashtag #TagCheck3. Investing in indispensable human skills. Okay, so this flows really nicely into the next part. If AI starts handling more of the routine, predictable work, then the value of certain human skills just skyrockets, right?
Absolutely. It's not necessarily about everyone needing to become a coder, although that can be valuable. It's often more about becoming, well, a better, more focused human professional.
Because AI still needs direction, guidance.
It needs expert human guides,
Mhm.
people who can provide the context, the strategic direction, the critical judgment. AI is a tool. It needs a skilled operator.
So what are these indispensable skills? What should people be investing in?
Well, the sources we looked at, especially guides like the ones from 80,000 Hours, they identify skills that actually become more valuable as AI gets better, kind of counter-cyclical.
Interesting.
We can group them into maybe 4 main areas. 3 are skills we've always valued, but they become hypercritical now. And 1 is sort of new.
Okay. What are the classic 3?
Leadership and strategic thinking, creativity, and interpersonal skills. These become absolutely essential.
How so?
Well, leadership isn't just about managing tasks anymore. It's about setting a clear vision and navigating your team through really rapid change. Strategic thinking means seeing the bigger picture that AI might miss.
And creativity? if AI can generate ideas.
But human creativity shifts. It becomes less about generating the volume of ideas AI can do that, and more about sophisticated curation, identifying the truly breakthrough concept among the noise.
So like a highly refined editing function, picking the gem.
Exactly. And imaginative prompting, knowing how to ask the AI the right questions to get novel results. Then there's interpersonal skills.
Emotional intelligence, teamwork, negotiation.
All of that. These are fundamentally human. As routine processes get automated, the ability to connect, to understand unspoken needs, to build trust, that becomes a massive competitive advantage for individuals and organizations.
Okay, those make sense. They feel like enduring human strength. What's the fourth skill? The new one.
This is the one that really defines the future of work, we think. It's AI orchestration.
AI orchestration. Sounds a bit abstract. What does that actually mean day to day?
It's less abstract than it sounds. It's the practical skill of managing, deploying, and crucially, leveraging multiple AI tools together in a sequence to achieve a complex outcome.
So moving beyond just using one tool like ChatGPT for an email.
Way beyond that, think of it like conducting an orchestra.
Okay.
An AI orchestrator might, for example, start with Tool A to analyze and summarize, say, 5 dense internal research reports on a business challenge.
Right. Gets the key points out.
Then they feed that summary into Tool B, maybe one that specializes in strategic brainstorming, to generate 3 potential responses or solutions.
Okay, options generated.
Finally, they take the best strategy, refine it with their own judgment, and use Tool C, perhaps a presentation generator, to create a tailored slide deck.
This audio was created with podcastle.ai.
Presentation generator to create a tailored slide deck outline for the leadership team.
So the human is connecting the dots, managing the flow, quality control.
Exactly. Providing the input, linking the tools, ensuring the quality of each step, adding the final context and judgment. They are the conductor.
And this really highlights why deep domain expertise is still so critical, doesn't it?
Absolutely essential. You need to know your field inside out to even know what to ask the AI, to spot when its output is weak or maybe just plain wrong.
Or biased.
Or biased, yes. You need that expertise to debug the process, refine the prompts, make sure the final result is actually valuable. That combination, deep expertise plus orchestration skill, that seems to be the recipe for becoming indispensable. Hashtag tag anti-C. Practical steps and the early adopter advantage. Okay, let's get really practical now. We've talked mindset, assessment, skills. How do you actually start doing this? Like today?
Yeah, where does the rubber meet the road?
Well, one really compelling thing from the data is the power of just getting started. Early adoption matters. A 2025 Boston Consulting Group survey found something quite stark.
Oh yeah, what was that?
Employees who are already actively using AI tools in their work, they are significantly less fearful about being displaced.
Interesting. So using it reduces the fear.
It seems so. They tend to see AI more as a partner, a tool they can use, rather than this looming threat. They gain confidence through competence.
That makes total sense. It's a psychological edge, but also a practical one. If you wait around for, I don't know, your boss to tell you to learn about AI or for some mandatory training,
you're already falling behind. Your colleagues who are jumping in, experimenting, figuring it out, they're building that capability, that orchestration skill right now.
So it really requires a commitment from the individual. Lifelong learning isn't just a buzzword here.
It's a necessity. The pace of change is just too fast. Learning can't be a one-off thing. You almost need to carve out time maybe every week just to explore.
Explore new tools, try different prompts, see what works for your specific tasks.
Exactly. Figure out how you can integrate these things into your actual workflow, even in small ways at first.
Okay, so people need concrete resources. Where can listeners go right now to start building these skills, ideally without, breaking the bank or signing up for a PhD program?
That's key accessibility. One really good starting point is looking at resources from major tech players who want people to use their tools effectively. Google AI, for example, offers quite a bit of free AI skill training.
Free training? Focused on what?
Focused specifically on boosting productivity. How to use AI tools today to make your current tasks easier or better. It's about immediate application.
Practicing that orchestration, moving tasks into that enhanceable zone we talked about?
Precisely. Look for training that shows you how to integrate AI into the software you already use. Spreadsheets, documents, project management tools. Make it practical.
So this isn't about some abstract future fear. It's a real present-day opportunity to basically create more time and capacity for yourself.
That's the immediate win. Start small. Pick one task this week. Find a free resource. Learn a tool that can help with it. Automate or reshape just that one thing.
And that success, however small, builds confidence.
It reinforces that super agency mindset. It creates momentum. You see it works. You want to do more. Hashtag outro.
Okay, we're nearing the end of this deep dive, and I think the core message, the feeling we really want you to take away from this, is one of empowerment.
Yeah, absolutely.
By getting smart about AI, by learning to use it strategically, you're not just, trying to save your job. You're aiming for career amplification.
Amplification, I like that.
You're turning this huge technological wave from something scary into probably the most powerful lever you have right now for your own growth, professionally and personally.
So let's leave everyone with a concrete thought, something to apply immediately. Think about your main tasks for this coming week, the next 5 work days.
Okay.
Pick just one task, maybe even a small one, something tedious that currently feels like it's in that replaceable or maybe reshapeable category.
Right.
Now, what if you committed, say, this afternoon, to finding and learning one AI tool that could help you move that task firmly into the enhanceable column? Maybe automate 80% of it.
Okay, so use AI to fundamentally change how you approach that one task.
Yes. And then the crucial part. What would you do with the time you just saved? What higher level, uniquely human thing, strategic planning, mentoring someone, tackling that complex proposal you've been putting off, would you choose to invest that reclaimed time in?
That's the real payoff.
That's the payoff. That exploration, that's your homework. And seriously, use the foundations we've discussed. Go find that McKinsey report on super agency. Look up the 80,000 Hour Skills Guide. They really are invaluable blueprints for figuring this out. Start experimenting.
This audio was created with Podcastle.ai.